Om. Namaste. Welcome everyone to Satsang this morning. Welcome everyone. And of course, welcome to all of you who are joining us for today's Satsang, wherever you may be, via broadcasting today. Thank you. In the previous session, segment of Satsang, we took one afternoon where I read some letters, and I was under the impression that I'd covered all the letters. So I found out not at all, I hadn't done it. And that there are many more letters came, but those were what was in front of me. So I apologize for that. I will see if there's a time when we can go through a second batch of letters at some point. So, good. Thank you. Huh? You're leaving at the airport at 11. You're leaving here. Okay. After, let her come. Let me see. You come now then. Down a bit more with the microphone for me. That's it.
Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
I'd like to have you see my seeing and help me with this. This is my first satsang with you, my first time in India. And on the third day, I lost my passport, and the mind had a huge party.
Yes.
All the criticism and judgment.
It was actually a little clue from heaven to lose your identity, actually.
Exactly. Exactly. It took me about 2.5 days to realize that. But I did, and I thought, okay, this is a good sign. But it still, I had to deal with all the logistics and government and things that I resist all the time, pretty much the whole time in satsang. But each day I could still come back to myself and witness my thoughts and what was happening. And that witness also had some judgments about how I was navigating through this. And then there was a witnessing that felt like it was impartial and neutral and just watching the play that existence had given to me. And so I got calmer and more peaceful and more present here in satsang. And then I got a message from home that my precious cat had suddenly died. And again, so strong. The mind wanted to take me. But this time, I could hold her in my heart and let these thoughts pass. And so I've continued in satsang, observing, watching, and also feeling all this. And I thought that Sunday was my last satsang here with you. And I'm not usually the type to jump up and say, me, please. And so that night, when I went to sleep, I woke up in the middle of the night and I said, I missed my chance to stand before you and ask for you to take away what's not me and help me to just be who I am. So I got everything together so I could be here this morning with you for a short time and ask for your help and your guidance and your blessing.
When you came to that place where you say you were witnessing everything, but then you recognize that even that position of witnessing, although it is not saturated with ego as previously might have been, this place was still somehow affected by personal feelings were playing, not just being seen, but actually it was pushing into the very weakness itself. No? Then you say subsequent to that, a deeper witnessing which was unbiased and impartial. There's an awareness of this one, sorry. And let's start at that place now,
Okay.
whereby the witnessing, which normally I would say that takes place at the position of the sense of presence, or conscious presence. If I say that, would that connect what I'm speaking? The place of conscious presence, which means now that, let's say, the second bird witness. We spoke about this. Does everyone remember this analogy and metaphor about the witnessing birds? So not the first bird, second bird position, which is merely a witnessing of all that's happening in terms of the movement of life and the more intimate relationships and so on. They are watched, but with detachment. And so, of course, with detachment, things become more clear and more peaceful, because the witness stands apart, it's not interfering, it's not getting all wrapped up in the traffic that is coming. So that position, once we stabilize more in that, we come to see that life immediately, in fact, it feels much more open, more spacious, there's more peace and more joy. So you are naturally more attracted to be in this state, especially coming from previous state, which was much more chaotic, much more claustrophobic state, the state of personhood. So to the place of the witness, in which the sense of a personal life is also seen, it goes on, the life goes on, but the person sense becomes less influence is coming from the person identity.
Yes.
And so that person identity has slipped more into the place of just a witnessing. So of course, without the contaminating factor, which is the person, the personalized consciousness, which is always interpreting and misinterpreting, misreading life based upon its own misconceptions, that being softened or removed reveals this place of the conscious witness. And that is when authentically recognized, that is, your life has made a big change. You're more peaceful in nature, more calm, more fair with your dealings with people, more kind. It will be noticed also by others. People say, oh, you've changed, and so on. And you will recognize that. You may feel encouraged by that, but not proud of it. This is the position of second bird or that witness. But you said now that even this position, some contamination was creeping in. And in the sense that identity was coming into that state also. Am I right?
Well, yeah, a little bit. It would still, the mind or what was happening would try to grab me, and but
that will happen. That will happen from time to time, and in fact, we should not be so surprised at that. In fact, I would say we needed these seeming mind attacks for a while in order to apply more powerful discernment to see, wait a second, who is getting so, overwhelmed? And checking it in, you see that it's only a thought,
Yes.
maybe a reflex in the mind to exaggerate something, and that's what is seen. And as soon as it's clear, it subsides in its power. Nothing has happened to the witness. The witnessing place enables that discernment to act on the different things that come from the mind. Actually, when seen in the proper light, the total thing is actually supporting your evolution or supporting your transcendence, actually, if seen in the proper way. Mm-hmm. If you see it that why does life still keep bringing these difficult situations to me, and we just react to that and not say, me, who exactly is coming so loudly here? There seems to be a loudness there, but where's the loudness here coming from? And it has to be that there's still a personal entity functioning here. So then you may say that witnessing is being somehow intruded upon by the person has slipped behind the witness and is living in the witness. If you say this, you see. But we don't have to go anywhere else. With the power presently that you have, you can comb that noise out. The witness, the second bird witness, is quite a powerful place, actually. If humanity could reach such a place, the world would be a much kinder and more beautiful place. Because we'd be more kind, more open, less afraid, you see, and not tied into our personal opinions so much. So don't give up on the second bird yet.
No.
Okay?
Never.
So the second bird, contaminated, just jump to third bird. Well, there's no third bird. Actually, when though all that position is able to be seen, it is in God's timing. It means that we have ripened and stabilized sufficiently at the place of the witness. The witness as conscious presence can pretty much take care of everything. You listening with this? Because you must confirm that also practically. The witness, what I'm giving as a position, the second bird, can pretty much take care of everything that comes for the person in terms of your work, your relationships with family, with your children, with your workplace. The second bird position, the conscious witness should be able to take care of all of that. If it doesn't become entangled in personal identity. Now, the personal identity keeps knocking on the door, Let me in, I can help out here, or something. But that is also seen. So don't feel that this position of conscious witness is not enough. It is enough for this world, and other worlds also. To come to the state of the jnani, that is something most not ready for that. I'm not putting it so above. It's right. You are also this, but you don't need this to deal with the world. Jnani state can move around different levels of consciousness. Different worlds even. Not because they want to.
Something that I felt shift in me here in Satsang was instead of wanting to strive to who I am and be or not, instead of striving for who I am, to be who I am and to let go who I'm not. And that felt like the person lost a lot of its power when I looked at it like that.
Could you say again now?
instead of striving to be what I am.
In terms of how would you know what you are? Instead of striving to be what I am, is that following an image that we've read or that you know?
It's an idea I had that there's someplace I had to reach.
Yeah.
And in sitting here in satsang, I am that. I am that, what I was striving for. It's right here. And so instead of, and to let go of who I'm not.
When you are clear as to what you are, what you are not falls away by itself.
Yeah.
Actually. It's perhaps easy for some people to recognize what they are not than to recognize what they are. And why is that? Because what you are cannot be separated from you for you to see it or to have the experience of seeing it. You see? So it must come as an intuitive and recognition, a non-phenomenal recognition, a non-dualistic recognition that somehow it is. It is. Sometimes I say it is more than I am because the I evokes person again. I, the person, you see. But it meaning the pure consciousness is. And any sense of I is in that or at one with that. That is. Okay. So, having said and heard, what now?
I'm happy. And
You're happy?
I'm here.
You're happy personally or impersonally?
Impersonally, I just...
We're checking, no?
Yes.
Because sometimes we're happy, and if it's personally, it will only be for a while before the person blows it, basically. You know, I'm so happy. And I see you outside, and you're, oh my God. This is personal happiness, meaning that it's momentary. The happiness that the person feels I have reached. But the impersonal happiness, what I'm saying, don't try to get impersonally happy. When you are more aware of yourself, right there, a joy is there, an undiminishable joy. It is just there. Yeah. Yeah. You are. There is also a bliss. You may say like this. How to define that? Bliss, not blissed out. I'm not talking about blissed out. I'm talking. There's a bliss that sometimes you may even look at some people, and they may look like they're quite not giving anything away, but inside maybe total bliss is there also. We don't know. It's not that you're trying to show everybody, look. No, I mean bliss means supremely happy. Not excitedly happy necessarily. Supremely happy, supremely at peace also. Same thing. If you are experiencing, alternating states, now you're happy, now you're sad, now your mind is very, very strong. Now, these fluctuating states, if you identify with them, then for sure they will continue. If you sense mind movement, energy, sensations, feelings are flowing along in different ways, and you remain the detached witness of them, so you're not sucked into their stream, then you will come to notice it is all like that. Everything is just momentary, going like that. And you become aware of the self. Now, don't feel that the self doesn't feel anything, it's just being the self. It's not like that at all. It is the very source of life also. You're totally alive. You don't have to be doing something to be alive. So either doing or not doing does not indicate that you are the self. I don't want to talk so much about it because I'm seeing it here and there sprouting in different people like this. Personal identity also. Of course, in your natural life, people will refer to you even if you wake up to the truth. People will still go and say, hello, Georgette, how are you? You're not going to say, listen, I'm not the Georgette. I am the great I am, whatever. You're not going to do. You will meet each one in the appropriate way, naturally, unplanned, spontaneously. And your children will call you mommy or daddy or uncle or auntie. You will not have any trouble with that. No trouble. Everything will be responded to in the appropriate way. No problem at all. But behind, free from personal, the tyranny of personhood, much less, much less, much less. Incomparable. So, peace, equanimity, understanding, openness. Attractive in the way that human beings should be attractive. Not just to the surface of your form, but attractive in your spirit. Meaning, those who love God or are searching for truth, automatically they will find you and enjoy, to bathe in your presence, likewise.
Thank you, Mooji.
So this sense of doership, meaning know what I'm going to do now and where I'm going to go and how I'm going to deal with things, that should be dropping away in the light of a presence here in which whatever happens unfolds in a more gracious way. You're not so much experiencing the sense of I must do, I must change, I must give the world something. All this stuff is to do with ego largely. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Happy flight.
I have deep gratitude for you and your pointings and for the Sangha. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Very good, very good.
Good morning, Mooji.
Good morning.
I was not able to grasp what was said yesterday.
Okay, what particularly?
On the, the sense that the seeker feels more and more unemployed.
The seeker seems more and more unemployed. That's a nice take. I like that. The seeker, the doer, the person, is becoming less employable.
Yes.
I like it. It's very nice. Okay. Yeah, okay. So something doesn't like that.
It is observed.
Acha, okay. Oh, carry on.
It is sometimes, I have some dizzy state. Yesterday I fall asleep during the Satsang. I was not
Very common thing.
I was not able to.
The mind does not want to be in satsang.
It's the first time it happens, but it happened.
Oh.
But my husband tried to wake me. I was unable to wake up. But it is observed.
While you were sleeping?
No, but I observed that when I was awakening, getting back, of course I was there.
Okay, okay, good, good.
Even the teaching, the master,
What about them?
they are observed also.
And that which observes them?
I recognize that there was a sense of, there is a belief, it is observed as well. But I'm not able to really get in this belief without my guru.
Sorry, you're not able to get...
I see that there is a belief that it's blasphemous, for the mind construct.
To what?
Because there is a belief that is still in the body system,
Yes.
energetically.
Yeah.
It is observed. It is observed that it feels blasphemous to say what we are.
It's not blasphemous to be what we are.
No, but,
just to say
but
it.
there is I feel that the mind, the way it has, the mind construct, all of this story, there is still there is a residue energetically, and there is a belief in, there is a connection, there is an attachment, I don't know what is the right word.
Okay.
But you are the one who can.
Yeah.
Put the light on this.
I'm very interested to be clear together on this, what
Yes.
you're saying. There is a feeling that it would be blasphemous
Yes.
to say something
Yes.
which is like, for instance, that I am the self or something like that.
Yes, that we are the supreme. We are.
Yes. It is true. I'm with you on that.
Yes.
Especially if you are coming from ego.
Yes.
Because ego also likes to say these kind of things. I am God.
Yes.
Quite when I say it, no? When we say such things, and there's no truth behind them though, and you're caught, it's quite embarrassing, isn't it? Look, but I am the Supreme. And people are, okay, yeah, that's what to walk off and leave. What it means, you can say it with words, and why would you want to say that even? Why would you want to make any claim about yourself in such way? If it is pointed out, no, that you cannot be anything that you perceive.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
there is a great sense in that. Whatever I'm perceiving is a thought, a belief,
Even that.
whatever, they're all perceivable. You yourself saying, yes, I observe this, it is observed. Which means what? What is the point that it is observed? You finish this statement now.
It means that I cannot be that.
This is clear for you?
It's clear.
Yes.
And but you know that's why I'm here, because you are the only one who. But now it's over. No, it's over.
No,
Because
let's continue.
I felt an energy of attachment, of combination, but it's cooling down while we're speaking.
Yes, but this is a wider subject also, no? It's very good that we look at it. A teaching, like I would say, to say the world is a dream or an illusion is a poor teaching, but a great discovery. You follow what I say?
Yes.
Yes. Don't go around, oh, the world does not exist, it's a
No,
poor teaching. No, not, we don't say that. But if it is discovered for yourself, you need not say to anyone. But a great joy arises in you in seeing this, even if you kept it to yourself.
And love.
Great
Such
love.
Brightness.
Yeah. Pride?
Brightness.
Pride?
Pride?
Uh-huh.
No.
No. I'm putting the word. Do we feel any pride?
No.
No. Need not, you see.
It's transparency. It's.
Good. Very good. So again, it is observed. When you speak like this, observed. It means that yes, it is arising, it appears, and also disappears.
Yes.
Everything is seen to come and go. Even your favorite concepts, you cannot sustain or maintain unbroken contact with them. They come and go. You cannot be them because they come, they play for a while, then they go. If you were they, when they go, you would also be gone. But you are here to witness, now that's not anymore here. Has anything ever come and stayed?
No.
Even the person.
Oh,
Now, this is worth contemplating, isn't it?
yes.
Everything is coming and going. In front of what? In order to verify this statement, whatever it is that witnesses the comings and goings of everything must itself be here, to say everything come and go. That which says all things come and go, does that come and go? And who will know it? We can look, no? That which is aware, all things come and go, all things come and go, does that itself come and go? And what is it? And can that be located in this body also? Knowing that this body also come and go. Is there something in the body that can bear witness that even the body and the senses, sensation, they also come and go? But that which sees it is also in the body and does not come and go. Have we gone too far? Good. Mm-hmm. It is fine. In the ancient times, it used to be a spiritual, I don't want to call it tradition, but the practice would be, they would say, those who were contemplating what oneself really is, what life really is, what is really true, they would say, Neti, Neti. It's not this. It is not this. The truth is not this. Not this. It is not. It's not the things that are seen. Cannot be say it's the. You can say it's true that they are seen, but it is not that what is seen is truth. You see, that they could say. Not this. It's not my senses also, nor the sense objects, nor the sense organs, because something observed them also. If you say, my earring in the left side is about 35%, in the right hand side it's like 70%, something is aware of that. In my eyes are not as good as they used to be, my sight. In the right side I can see 90% good. In this side, only 40%. What sees seeing also, and sight? What is able to look at the effectiveness of sight to say this is about 90%, this is only 40%? What sees that? What knows that, you see? And can that be seen also? So there is a capacity within this structure, this unit of consciousness and form, that is able to perceive even the most subtle things. Some things are so subtle, there are no names for them, yet they are perceivable and perceived. By what are they perceived? Can that be known? Maybe even talking about this, we should speak very slowly to see that we don't miss anything at all. Some capacity exists inside this unit, this living form, which is capable of meditating upon its own source. Can the meditator discover its own source? Is it possible? We don't have to move so quickly now. The one who is, what is the best, what is the highest potential or capacity within the human system? To do what? We can build some aircraft to go to Mars and all these things we can do. Great technology. But do you know yourself? Have you explored yourself? What is yourself? who lives here. The body is in a cycle, a growth, an unfolding that goes so far and then it is finished. It goes so far until a certain point, then it is over, it is finished. That life in it, will it be finished and what you call life? Is it the functions of the intellect? Is it the functions of the mind? What about that which is aware of mind also? Can that be finished also? I don't expect you to answer straight away. It's enough that you begin to contemplate. So again, the old masters were saying, Neti, Neti, it's not this, it's not my hand, it's not my face. No. I can see my face. This is not the truth. It also, face keeps changing. Everything that is perceivable keeps changing. How I can say I am that? Then when it changes, what? I'm still that. And then change again is that. It's falling off. I'm that. No. It sees that that is also seen. Everything is seen like that. But can it itself be seen? What is it that is seeing? Are these questions too far for you? Because there is a capacity within the human system that wants to ask this question. Or do you feel that you should only know the difference between Adidas and Nike? That's the power of your consciousness? Or to say this thing here is gluten-free and this is not. This is whole wheat and this is not. You know, this is called yoga, this is called something else. Is that all our capacity? And to study things at university and then at the end of them you forget what they are about. Is that what we are capable of? What is the highest expression of the human intellect to discover what? Well, we are putting it also to contemplate upon the nature of who we are, which is something we rarely do. We rarely do. What can you get out of this and this? So some have researched it, and this place is one of the places where we research that to make discoveries which are not merely intellectual convictions, but experiential life. If you are not here for this, then move on, it's nice. There are so many places we can go to learn so many things, to do so many things. But here is to find out about you beyond you, which is not merely a mental discovery. So much so that in discovering you come to joy and peace. What can we do with the things of the world? You may have some fun, some enjoyment, but will they give lasting happiness if you're not happy? If your own happiness is not lasting, can you find lasting happiness? So that we can investigate, explore, contemplate, meditate, and make discoveries, I would put that as very important for those who are attracted to it, not for everybody. Not everyone is going to want to come to Satsang and like this type of thing. Yesterday we were also having Satsang in a place, and in the middle of it, I am putting at this my own view that this is the most profound discovery in the human kingdom. And halfway also, many people, yogis, they're just studying yoga, they're walking out, mind can't cope with it too much. Yeah? So who can cope with it? This to discover the greatest thing. We say God is everywhere. Yes, it is true. Can God be everywhere apart from inside you? God must be also in you. You must be able to discover how the God is in you. Does God say, look, I'm omnipresent, I'm infinite, except in you? No, it's not. You have study, you have to discover something. And it's not, don't feel, nobody can trick the Supreme Self. You cannot win freedom, you cannot wake up in a lie. You cannot do it. You cannot win universal understanding and be arrogant and ego. It doesn't work. We don't need any earthly ego police for that. It just does not work. So I speak like this because just to touch on this subject of blasphemy. Is it a word that God gave us or man give us? Arrogance, we know, is not good. So we are looking now in this context. If something feels, there's a hesitation to say, I am God. Of course, there should be too. Because almost always it comes out of arrogance and ego. Rarely is it true. The one who is really discovered tends to be quiet and speak only what is the impulse to share. This is different. So, where are we in our talk?
I have nothing to say.
Okay. Does that mean something is cleared up, or?
Yes. I feel...
You feel happy?
It's deeper than that.
Can you hear that? Deeper than happy, even. Deeper than happy. Rarely expressed. Deeper than happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thanks.
As you know, we are leaving today, and Jean-Michel would like to come to you also. It's possible.
Yeah, come.
Thank you.
I would have done it and make it seem arbitrary. But you got me into trouble now.
Dear Mooji, thanks for this opportunity to speak. I have a question to the sage, but also to the artist. I just got retired. Mind is also getting retired. Sometimes it pops up and what to do now, and I see it. There is a tremendous power and clarity now that, because I feel much lighter than before. But I want to create something artistically. This is an urge from my heart.
Yes.
Since I was young. And I did not have the chance to express it in my work time. But it feels like I just want to be in peace also, to enjoy that bigger space.
Yes, but you're in peace now too. No?
I'm in peace now.
Ah.
But at the same time, there is a voice saying, why do you want to, quibble with all these, artistic questions and try to, write a book with protagonists and love stories and interaction and so on. You're so much at ease here. So there is...
You sure it's the mind? The mind is saying that, why you want to... Listen, he's clever. He's clever, often cleverer than you. He's saying, why do you want to... you're at peace now. Why you want to bother with write books and be creative, writing books about all these things? You're enough at peace. You're enough at peace. We are saying like this, no?
Yeah.
So, because it is known that if we say like that, it sets up such in you, because it would feel like to be free spiritually means you don't do these things anymore. Don't leave Mr. Mind out, he's there right now. I say, no, it's not... truth does not have a conflict with life. But if it's where the ego is playing, that somehow you have to watch it. If you spontaneously enjoy to do something, then for sure, why not to do this? Guided by your own inner conscience and guided by your own inner wisdom and being, why would you not go? I feel I would have the confidence in you to say that, yes, you can go and do these things, because if something goes amiss and strange, you are already equipped. You have more than enough to navigate yourself back to the right path. I would put it like that. Rather than to put external laws about, no, this is not good and that is... No. That's what we do if you want to control people. I don't want to control anybody. But I feel once you have come aware of who you are, of that which is true, I feel totally trusting that you will be able to go anywhere and remain true. Rather than say, you're eating pineapples. Oh, don't you know that that sort of like damages your contemplative power? No, I didn't know that. But you do, that's fine. You will not have to do this. I feel this trust I have naturally, that when you become naturally self-aware, not self-ego aware, but self-aware in the truest way, all your true powers come up in a harmonious way and function in an harmonious way, much more effectively than our ego personhood skills. So I would not be worried for someone like that. Enjoy, because whatever you do actually becomes the universal expression to someone who is honest. Some people will use these kind of cliches to justify something they want to do and say, it doesn't exist anyway, it's fine. But for an authentic, earnest seeker or discoverer, I would not worry about them. I would not worry about them, because you have done your work. You have strained out and combed out the noise of ego. So your operational system is working at the highest level, in the purest way. If you do anything that is causing harm to others, your own system inside will confront you. You don't need someone outside. In fact, to be honest with you, depending on how evolved you become, even if someone come outside to confront you, it will feel like it's still inside. I wonder if anybody caught this one? Yes. Good. So like this, you feel like this. However, I want to tell you one thing. Once there was one young woman who was coming to satsang many years ago, and she was always wanting to be present with me anywhere. She would just want to listen and to be with me all this time, and didn't want to miss anything at all of the teachings. After a certain point, I would say to other people coming for satsang, if I'm ever sick and not make it to sit with you, speak with her. Because I had this much confidence in her. Without trying to scratch her head and let me see, no, it was flowing, our conversation flowing. This is what happens now. So this kind of illumination took place in her. She became very calm, very peaceful, very quiet, joyful. No? But she had one strong, latent desire. She always wanted to be a jazz singer and to sing in a club. That's what she wanted to do. She wanted to go and sing in club. So she asked me about it. This opportunity has come because I always wanted to do this. I wanted to go and sing in a club. And now, an opportunity to go to France. I think she might be listening, and so I'm being as accurate as I can be. I want to go. I have opportunity has come to be an au pair for a while, so I can be the place where I want to be and to do these things. She asked me, "Is it okay?" I said, "Stay with your satsang." She said, "No, I cannot leave my satsang." So eventually she went and was in France for maybe 6 months. When she came back to London, unannounced, I am in the room sitting, and the door go, somebody came. I asked another girl who was from her country also, "Janaki, you're here? Yeah, you know who I'm talking." So she came, and then I heard a voice outside, and so the other girl came back and she says, "It's this one." I'm not going to say the name. "It's this one." And I said, "What she wants? Ask her what she wants." Now, these words are coming very fresh to me. I had not planned anything, no feeling about it. And she says she wants to come and see you, Baba. Ask her why. She goes to the door. Baba says, "Why you want to come?" She says, "Well, I miss him." She says, "She miss you, Babaji." I said, "No. But, I don't have anything to say to her right now." Babaji said he doesn't have anything to say to you. Then tell Babaji, "Can I wait outside until he wants to see me?" "Babaji," she said, "can she wait outside?" It was going on. What was happening? This big theater, unplanned. Something was playing this out. It was to remove something had happened. I hope you understand what happened. Something had dimmed her light. I still didn't see her yet. I would have to go out of my chair to look. I didn't. Just sitting in my chair, I can't see. Just the door is over there. I'm listening. What was that? What happened? And then she came and she was back in London for quite a long time. And gradually started coming back to satsang, little bit by little bit. I'd love that she would come back and be fully present. But job, what to do? Would it have made any difference if I'd gone to the door and say, "Susan"? No, it wouldn't have made a difference. Something is there. So I don't know why I'm saying this. I'm saying that there are times when it is different. I don't want to tell people what they should do and not to do. But there's a time when sometimes people come to a seeing where something becomes so clear, and I say, "Okay, you go home, get inside your sleeping bag, zip yourself in, and don't come out Okay? Marinate in your seeing. I don't mean physically don't come out, I mean you have to eat something. So like this, but sit with this and don't pick up any other thoughts or play. Stay with this. This is enough. Take care of this baby now. So like this, I would point to somebody or someone. But otherwise, I would say just don't do too early. Don't rush into other things too early. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yes. Take care of this. Yes, take care of this. Because mind wants to say, look, okay, now I know this now. But now I can go and do this and it'll be even better. And I say, whoa, caution, slow down. Stay in this, marinate in your seeing. Because you're not going to make any discovery higher than this in this world. You're not going to make any discovery higher than this in this world. You're not to it. Than awakening to the truth, than discovering the God energy within your own being. It's not a private possession, in fact. So that's what I would say. If it feels like it's a compulsion, I've got to go and I've got to write this thing and do this thing right now, I'd say, hold back a bit. Stay with this, because these things you will do and they'll be finished. But this is for always. Make sure it's for always. If you run back into anything, you may think, but I'm strong enough now. I know what I am. I'm strong enough now. Let me. I say, okay, good luck, go. And I say, take care of it. Take care of it. Because there's always something here wanting to get your attention to go somewhere else also. Just this. But my words are free. Then you say, no, Baba, I don't want to. I want to go and do this thing. I say, okay, chalo, it's good. I don't own anybody. You ask, I tell you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Baba. May I speak with you? Yeah.
Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste.
My mind is struggling when you say Neti, Neti.
Yes.
And it is. You said it's not even I am that. You said it is. It's not personal. So I get myself in this fight, which is of course observable, but I get entangled.
Would it not be more right to say, is your mind being entangled?
Yes.
You must know the difference between your mind and yourself, sir. You must know it. Begin to, and you have begun to recognize what is mind energy and what is self. That impartial witnessing, which has no person behind it, that place is the true place. The one who is saying, now this, I really need to do this, next time, no, I don't like this anymore, I want to do that. That Mr. Sometimes is not you. That Mr. Sometime this, sometime that, sometime this. Of course, its play can happen, and it's all of life. I mean, I'm very free. Free means, yes, I'm not trying to stop things from growing in their natural way. And also, but you must understand how to sail this craft, how to be in this craft here. So you say you have trouble with this neti, which means I am not this. For those who are meditating, looking, they can say, well, just to clarify what I am not. Because most people in the world don't even know that you can do that. And they can start just with their body. If you start only with your body, you can say, okay, but your senses go out to something. You can say, okay, this thing, I am not it absolutely. Why? Because it come and go, but something that watches the coming and going is still present. That is more true, at least, than the thing that come and go. Would you agree on this?
Yes, I do. And of course, then I try to grasp it, and I know it's ungraspable.
You try to grasp it. Is your effort, your sense of a person, tries to grasp or to understand it. But I say, listen, that even the sense or the energy or the urge to grasp it is also observed. What are we trying to find, by the way? What are we looking for? What are we trying to find? You're trying to find that which cannot be found and belong to somebody who find it. That you are that, not the finder of that, separate from yourself. Maybe for this subtlety, and because we are so identified with the objective identification of being a person and the body, all that we want in the world are objects and the satisfaction from them. All that we want, look at it also, what we want are things which are perishable, largely. Or to enjoy reading a book or seeing a movie, that's fine, it's fine. But it's to please the senses or to have something that is tangible, something that you have. Who searches for who they are? In this planet, it is not that common to find a human being who want to research themselves. Usually, if you want to research yourself, I don't know where you go. Psychology class, I don't know where you go. Maybe on a psychiatrist's couch, they may tell you a few things about your mind or something. Who genuinely looks at what am I? Who feels that there's something valuable here to discover? Then something valuable out there to discover. We put more value on the things that you're searching for than who you are. So maybe my words may seem unusually or just unusual to say, to find what is really here. What is the potential, the capacity here? And in each one can be a unique experience, expression of things that you will pass along the way. To realize that yes, this is very beautiful, very wonderful, but it is not ultimate, in fact. So those who are searching for that which is ultimately true in themselves, they will go past many things that appears to be beautiful and say, actually, it's beautiful, but it's not also this yet. And it's not a physical journey of kilometers or miles. It's a journey of subtlety and of understanding. That from your research, even for a short time, you'll come out more wise, more still, more stable, more open, more happy. All of this. Who would want to give anything? If you were on a place by yourself, on some island by yourself, would you say, oh my God, what am I going to do here? There's nothing, there's nobody to play with, there's nothing to do here. Who would feel, but at least I can be by myself and do some introspection? Very few people. So now you say, yes, you can, this thing, neti, I'm not this, not this, not this, not this. If you're going to go through every item on the planet, yes, you're going to be here for lifetimes doing that. But there's a certain point where you can throw a net over the whole thing, meaning all that is possible combination of the 5 elements. You can say, well, it cannot be any of that also. Even the breath is watched. The beating heart and all these things you can see. Maybe you're not interested. If you're not interested, I'm not here to interest you, by the way.
No, I'm really interested. I'm really interested. And I can see the doership trying to see it.
But when you say you are even able to see the one making the effort to see, there is something, I don't want to miss this opportunity. Right there you must discover much more. You say, yes, I observe it. as though, yeah, okay, I observe it. But you don't realize what this means. You don't realize what it means that you are observing a thing, that it comes and goes. And relative to the one who observes it, that which observes it is permanent in respect to that. Would you not want to be in the place of the permanent? When it is the generator of intelligence and the sense of presence and life is right there? Would you want to go in the place where traffic just passing? You want to just be traffic? And so for this purpose, we are pointing like that. Then you say, yes, I'm trying to find really what I am. I say, but you're already here. This one trying to find is also traffic. Let him go. I say, whoa. But this is the only place I know. What are you saying?
Yeah, and I know that it sounds stupid, but there is a force in me that, or a voice that say, no, I don't want to see it.
Yes, it doesn't sound stupid at all. It sounds promising that you have come to this place to challenge some of your own mind's misconceptions.
And it's involved with fear.
Fear is at the root of the human experience, desire and fear. And so of course you're going to come to fear. Fear traps us, frightens us from going deeper into our own self-discovery. Of course it'll be there.
Yeah.
So we all stay on the surface of consciousness, yes.
And in fact, I was really following you 5 years ago, and with a lot of strength in this Neti. Mm-hmm. And I started coming to a really despaired, really with desperation, you understand? Mm-hmm. And then I quit you, mm-hmm. and tried another way through presence on feeling my body, mm-hmm. on really grounding my presence on the feeling awareness. And now I feel like I get stuck with it because I see this doer trying to feel the body and afraid of letting it go.
No, letting the body go?
No, not letting the body go, but
letting the attachment go.
Detach my attention.
Yes.
Because I trained myself to put my attention on my body as a way of presence.
Feeling grounded.
Feeling grounded and feeling present.
Yes.
But I feel like in this moment, this training, it's inhibiting, it's not permitting me to go beyond. I don't know. You understand my question?
Yes. It's a lot of trouble. It's a lot of trouble, actually, even to say to feel presence. Simply, when you know you exist, that is presence. That you're here and you are aware. What happened in the exercises, such as the invitation, you learn to somehow let a lot of things that you may have considered to be important, I say just don't kill them, don't throw them away, but just leave them aside for the moment. So you can see what remains if you're not holding on to all these things. And we find something very, very important in that, some great discovery in this. That if you let go of all the thoughts, the impressions, the concepts, the beliefs, everything here, let everything go, all the practices go, everything go. If you let go of everything, you find something that is complete. If you're practicing, you already have a sense, I'm incomplete until I make a success of my practice. I'm going the other direction. I'm saying, let everything go. All your striving, all your efforts, all your ideas, your philosophies, belief system, come right back down to ground zero. Leave everything and take a look what is here. And maybe surprisingly you find, I feel totally present. I feel totally at peace. Isn't it strange?
Yes, It is.
You're putting on all these things to try and lose weight. I said, no, actually, why don't just leave them alone and just check in what you are before you start to do these things. Isn't it simple?
Yeah, and what comes to me, it's like a knowing.
A know?
A knowing.
A knowing.
Knowing something that it's not through the senses. It's not.
That knowing is inherent in presence anyway. When you leave, you see, if you have to practice everything to be, then you're going to have to keep up all your practices to be. If you let go of everything and find that you are, which is better? You do all this practice to say, listen, I did all this practice and I got here, which you cannot. You got to keep. Oh, but sorry, I've got to do another 10 of those. No, yeah, I am sorry. I am here. I'm here. Look, I'm here. I am here. Or you let everything go, everything, all your ideas, and find that, whoa, I'm here, unpracticed. And right here where I am, there's peace. I'm not even a peacekeeper. It's just peace. There's joy also. It's not anti-life at all. It's very much the very source of the life. Don't feel that we are trying to set you up so that you are just basically spend the rest of your life as an unemployable Buddha or something. No, I'm not concerned about that. Let the water flow. I'm not concerned about that. But what the water is, and this I think you should know. What you are, you see. In this world, you're studying so much to try and find out what you are. I say, I take everything away and show you what you are. Then after that, if you want to build up about something, at least you know you don't have to do all these things to be what you are. You choose.
I can understand the words. I have experienced it many times here in Satsang, but in this moment,
do it now.
To be honest,
let's do it now.
I feel like there is something in my body and like outside my body, but like an energy that it's holding me, like creating a contraction, pressure.
Yeah, if something is holding you, is it holding you in an embrace of love?
No.
Or is it, no?
No,
Okay.
it's like...
Yeah. You don't want it then?
I don't.
No, of course. So this is what I'm saying. You say, right now, I'm going to show you, if you let me, what is really right now. What is really right now, I would say, then stop holding on to, the idea of what is right now. Just relax in this. Just relax in this. And just leave all these ideas, all techniques, all disciplines, all ideas about how to be. You can just leave it alone for a while. Can you do it though?
Yes.
Then do. Just leave. Don't touch any of these things like, listen, you have to be like this and you have to be. Just leave all the ideas that come from the mind about what you need to do to be. Leave everything, and anybody can join into this. Leave all these ideas for a moment. Take a chance, only a few minutes, and when you want your stuff back, you can go and take them right back, if you want. Leave everything for a while. At least this is healthy. Leave everything for a while. Just leave it. Don't hold on to anything at all. Can you do this now?
Yes.
Okay. And without any sense, I hope this is going so. No next. The next thing, just leave it alone. It doesn't mean that some thoughts won't be knocking at your door, let me in, but no, you leave them. Be totally empty. And not be somebody who is totally empty. even the idea of somebody, don't pick up any identity, any name, anything like this.
And then comes a thought that say, but where do I put my attention?
Okay, so you let everything go, and you see, we've had this before. You see, you found now attention. We have not heard from him before. Attention. He's saying, so where do I put my attention? Okay?
Because you said attention, it is one of our greatest powers.
Okay. You have used attention and as a present power to say, leave everything. Leave everything. So if you say attention has left everything, no, you have left, your power to leave everything is there. Now attention is the only one left, and he said, well, what do I do now then? Attention, no? I got no job. Hey, we're still in daytime. I got to do something. So can you leave attention also?
Yes.
So it left everything. So even attention also, who had front row seat. Okay, when there's nothing else left to leave, nothing more to leave, just tell me what is here. Everything that you picked up consciously or unconsciously or subconsciously, you consciously now say, I leave all these things. Because it's possible. And you can leave them because they are not original to you, actually. Meaning that they will go. Leave everything, no? Until there's nothing else that can be left. And tell me what is here.
Everything is here. Like, yeah, everything is.
Yeah. Is there any need, like a need to do something?
Still, there is tension in the body.
Yeah, that's okay for now. I mean, you've been carrying it around for so long.
Yeah.
So even when you leave it alone, it's still there a little bit. It's okay, so it's there. And don't pick up any thoughts also. You have left those. Just sense yourself. Sense yourself. Don't think about yourself. Be. Everybody should do this. It's a very healthy thing. Leave everything empty, empty, empty. And pay attention to what is here. Because usually mind comes into some panic, like whoa, 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 At least if that happens, you'll see where a lot of your energy is going. Through some fear that if I just allow myself to be, it's going to cost something. You see what happens. Some fear sometimes come, and this, when you, only by being empty, you begin to see your betrayers.
Yeah, I feel there is this pull, probably of fear, towards this container.
Yes.
Understand?
Like what's going to happen to the container?
It's going to die. This is the idea behind the sensations.
When is it going to die? Exactly.
The idea behind it is that it's going to disappear, it's going to die now.
Okay, you want to take a risk?
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's see then.
And then there is this feeling of going out of the body,
Yes. That's not a good thing, huh?
No, I know.
Really? You know it's not a good thing to go out of the body. Okay.
I'm telling the truth of
Yes, how it feels.
Wow, how it feels.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I know it's bizarre, but it's like.
Yeah. We want to see, don't we? Let's pay attention. We are going to see. Suddenly, someone lets go of everything, and then, and then, whoa. We want to see it. Please help us to.
I'm trying.
Oh, it takes effort. It is good. You're speaking the truth. That's a feeling. It is true that what you are feeling is what you are feeling. But it is not true that what you're feeling is truth. Important thing. It's true that what you're feeling is what you're feeling. But it is not true that what you're feeling is the truth. So there's a feeling that if I just relax, which has kind of happened, by the way, somehow, or is it just before your final relaxation, you're going to exhale. Drop. Can you exhale while the breath of God is still in you? Can you relax while the breath is still in you? Or must you...
No, in fact, I did it right now, and it's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy? Yeah. All right. Fantasy usually have a nice thing about it, no? Fantasy. But like
it's imagination.
Somehow, imagination, yeah. So you're totally relaxed, your body's still here, it's late to die, okay? And the great ascendance, we have to postpone for another time.
Yeah. It's okay.
Death is late. It's good to put these challenges to yourself, because if you don't stand up in front of them, they go on. And another day of fear, another day of trying to stay in the life, something that happens anyway. So how does it feel without that now?
It's more relaxed.
Yes.
More relaxed.
Yeah. What we have to do to be fully relaxed?
Then I try to, find the weaknessing, which is still stupid, but...
Because it is automatically weakness, no?
Yeah.
So the witnessing happens. That happens. That's fresh, and then trying to find, I must make sure I'm witnessing, is a thought is coming behind.
Yeah.
So which one is true? Does the witnessing need any, approval, and then all this other, sort of
recognition
or, journalism behind it?
Yeah, now I can see that it's made of fear, this inside movement of trying to be sure of the witnessing. Understand?
Yes, because if you're not sure, what will happen?
I might be wrong, and I might
So the fact that you are more relaxed and peaceful could just be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a...
Yeah, it's stupid, I know, but...
I didn't say that, You say that. It's quite a life you've been living there. The joyful things are like, whoa, like I could be wrong to be happy. to be peaceful, that could be a big mistake. You know, I have to be more control and make sure that,
Yeah,
you know, I can
comes
see.
a thought that I don't deserve it, you know.
Yes, yes, yes. And I being what again? I
Person, of course.
the person.
I know, but
Yes.
it's something that keeps.
Yes, yes. It's an energy, an energy sort of state and presence that is being perceived also. It is also perceived. So that which, the place where it is perceived is not the energy playing out there, I believe. It's here. It's enough that it is clear that whatever is being perceived also is the traffic moving through. The place where it is perceived from is not moving about. It's stable by itself. Is true or not?
Yeah, it is true when I feel as it is something without a not local, without a.
Yeah.
You understand?
So are you only alive when you remember it?
No.
Okay. Okay. What you need right now?
I feel like there is this need of confirmation.
But if you receive the words of confirmation, your mind will say it's not quite those words. This is how it works, you know. You need something and it will go, that was close, but it's not it. And you just keep on running. What you are clear about is that you exist. With or without confirmation, you are here. You see? And that's why I asked you to leave everything, including the need to confirm, all these things alone. When you left all of them, what you found? When you gave up all these inner jobs to do, to make sure and to not, you left all of them. So you are unsupported now. You don't, no job. Finally, the attention was go, hey, you know, what do I do? And then also we said, no, even that we left. What did you find?
I just find that I'm here.
Yes. Yes.
It's more simple.
Yes. Stressed?
No.
No. Confused?
Little bit.
We have to make sure, no?
Yeah.
A little bit of confusion is going to be there, some remnants from the whole thing. But
And then it comes to my mind to ask you, when this question of, well, where do I put my attention? When this habit comes, what should I do? Just drop it? Like,
if you can, or let attention pay attention to attention for a moment. It's a nice job. What happens if attention pays attention to attention? Then you can leave them over there for a bit and you can just enjoy yourself. It's like the mirror is saying, look, I need something to reflect. I need a job. Put something in front of me so I can reflect. Otherwise, who am I? What am I doing here? It's just thought. It's just thought. It's so important to have this break. We are the chief molesters of our own self and peace. Nobody else can trouble you like you do to yourself. Drop everything. Just do it for 1 minute. It says, okay, 11:43. Just drop it, everything totally for 1 minute until it's settled. at least, we don't know how far we are in a minute. Let's say to 11:45, that's a minute and something. Drop everything. I want to watch you now. So only for that. And then after that, pick everything back up if you want. Okay? Good. Lights out for everything. And don't be waiting for the time to be up. I'll tell you when it's up. Just jump. Don't wait, just jump. I could not really come here each day and be with you without being empty. I don't have a satsang stored up in me. I don't know what I'm going to say next. Therefore, I am supremely happy. Don't be waiting.
I'm not waiting.
Good. Can you sit or be without waiting? And now, finish.
Yeah, it comes up. I felt like this something huge beginning to expand, and
You need to expand.
yeah,
Things are never just okay as they are. Huh? They must be on their way to something, expand or something. So you relax, die. Not just die. Whoo, whoa. Where does it end? It's good because you can observe what the mind can be like and make sure this is not your future. Because it can go like this and far, far more than that if you let it. But it can only do it with your cooperation. And it may be a subconscious cooperation also. Just allowing it to keep running and paying attention to it. It will go there. It can go like this. You don't have to give a voice to your mind. You don't have to say what it's saying. You don't have to give your attention also to it. And if you are like that, you find that somehow its voice just seems like it's disappearing in the wilderness. Why we listen is because you expect to hear something magnificent from your mind. It's highly overrated. You think your mind is just waiting to show you its genius power. All my life I'm waiting for this. So we give that much importance and significance to it, you see. And less, or perhaps none at all, to your being. It's a choice. The attention goes to the mind and the mind's projection, or the mind's, what you may say, subjective projections about the world and what you see. And give little or no value to our own self-awareness. So therefore I ask, then do this little exercise. Just as you are, just now, you just are. You know you exist. We don't need a resume to be a proof of your existence. Just that you're here. Without all the other things, the story about you being here is not the evidence of you being here. And just like that, put some attention just on being here, without story. And don't allow the mind, don't pick up anything from mind. Don't connect with any story, and pay attention to yourself, even for 5 minutes, do it. And see the outcome of it. Maybe in the beginning, you will feel that your mind won't let you do it. Maybe in the beginning, you will feel that my mind does not allow me to just be by myself. It will always be bringing in something, a burger or something, or some telephone call to make or something. And you feel, I can't just be without my mind in the beginning. But I have told you, you can. Just to be. And gradually you'll see that less and less thoughts are coming through. They may be out here somewhere. But don't pay attention to them. Put your attention only on the sense, the natural sense of being. It is not a doing, it is already here. And simply pay attention to that. And in a short time, you'll begin to experience a deep sense of peace and a knowing. You'll be conscious of your presence, not conscious of the world and the things and the phone call. You'll be conscious of your presence. Peace, silence, all these will start to come, like to keep to be in your presence. Just this. Don't have to climb to Mount Everest, or to sit naked in a cave, or not eat for 2 weeks. Yeah, all these may be fine, but this anyone can do. If you have this urge, simple thing, just to be self-aware is the beginning of peace and awakening to the truth of yourself. It will begin to solve or dissolve all your troubles. And you'll be left with a clear mind, natural mind, original mind, which is the same as yourself. Who will do? I'm surprised that some of you have your hands down. You must be sleeping. Perhaps one day I won't be having satsangs like this anymore. Not like this. You're going to have to search to find this kind of satsang. You have lost, many people, the ability to evaluate what is good. We are only moving about towards what is attractive to our senses and not what is deeply true. When human beings lose the virtue of and the value of knowing what is true, then this world is coming to an end. And I will tell you that. Or Shiva comes again in bodily form. Something must shake us out of this sleep where what is virtuous and beautiful and everlasting in us holds no interest in the human mind. Then we are already dying. If you are not able to discern what is righteousness, what is truth, my heart longs to say, it's not too late. But if there is not a turning inwards to find the true man, not the male, the true human, then we are in trouble. Awaken to what is true and real, because the untrue will only be for a while. But the truth is timeless, it is eternal. There's no greater treasure on this planet than what lies inside your heart. I'm telling you this. There's no greater thing to discover than yourself by the grace of God. But there's a tremendous wave and a pressure to spend our life pursuing the perishable, the transient, the momentary, and to miss the everlasting. If there is no urge in human beings to find the truth, I will not also be here. I will not want to be here. Because nothing here on this planet, beautiful as it still is, but for some out to have a physical body, to be here, to enjoy the physicality of the world, is not enough for me. Cello. But if there is in the human heart a yearning for self-knowledge, a yearning to discover the Supreme Self, the Lord of the universe, then life is worth it from my place. Okay, that's enough for today. Thank you, thank you. We must all begin to truly feel again. Not just outer feelings, to feel. Even Advaita is nothing without your heart.
Thank you, Mooji.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.